All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
All right, it's an exciting day today for the City of Detroit. I'm Sean Blanchard, the Director of Youth Services for the City of Detroit, and I'm really excited that we're here to talk about Grow Detroit's Young Talent, which is the Summer Youth Employment Program. And as we speak about it today, we have a host of people that are here, ranging from youth that actually have jobs to employers that we partner with to make sure that we can employ the youth that we have for the summer. In addition to the funding champions and champions that have championed this cause so that we can make sure that we can have the funding available to make all this happen. So without further ado, with our champion who's been heading this program, we have Mayor Duggan, who's going to start us out.
Well, thank you, Sean, for all you do. We've seen a lot of media attention in the last week in particular about young people who have gotten in trouble. And there's nothing inappropriate about that coverage, but there's also a far different side to the city of Detroit. And as I've said many times, I believe that talent is equally distributed across this world, but what is not equally distributed is opportunity. And we have an enormous number of talented young people who have not had the same kind of opportunities as people in other communities. And so if we want to change the course of the city, we've got to give our young people jobs and opportunities and an ability to move forward. And for most of us here as adults, a summer job was a life-changing experience. I know it was for me when I was in high school. My first summer job was working the back of a garbage truck in the city of Southfield. And I learned a lot of lessons from it. Getting up and going to work every morning, even when you didn't feel like it. What that first paycheck felt like, what opening that first bank account meant. These are important experiences in life, and we have not had nearly enough opportunities for young people in Detroit to have that same experience. And so a year ago, I put out the challenge to the business community and said, we want to create 5,000 summer jobs in the city of Detroit in the summer of 2015. And Pamela Moore and DESC had been working on this for a while. The Skillman Foundation and City Connect have been working on it. They've been doing good things. So let's unite in one big program, and let's see if we can make 5,000. And I am very pleased to say today that this summer, 5,594 young people will be at work in the city of Detroit. And so Sandy Barua and the Chamber kicked us off, but I want to also say thank you today, and many of the people I represented up here, to the Skillman Foundation, to the Bank of America Foundation, to the DTE Foundation, to my friends at J.P. Morgan Chase, to the Marjorie Fisher Foundation, Fifth Third Bank, the Knight Foundation, Wayne Metro, and our recent addition, the Wayne County Community Mental Health Agency. All of these groups came together to help financially, and then 170 new companies that had never done a summer jobs program before came on and said, let's try it. And so a special thank you is here for all of them. And this summer, we are going to do a single standard evaluation of every one of these young people. So when we start earlier next year, and these young folks might want to get into a job in banking, a job with an architecture firm, a job with a real estate firm, we're going to be able to have the evaluations from this summer. Might not be the greatest job this summer. I can tell you the first summer on the back of a garbage truck wasn't the greatest starting point. But when you make a positive impression, you create opportunities for yourself the next year and the year after and the year after. And we decided to host this event today here at DMS because the CEO, Andra Rush, of our 170 new employers, the one who created the most new jobs, 100 people this summer, is DMS. And Andra, I want to say thank you. DMS has done a great job of creating manufacturing jobs right here in the city, and we want them to keep growing. The interesting thing is, when you are making progress instead of fighting, it's because there is a partnership with the mayor and the city council. You haven't seen the wasted time and energy you've seen in the past with the bickering. And from day one, Councilman James Tate has been supportive of this program, talking to businesses, recruiting them, pushing the importance of this. He's been a key factor in the success we've had today. And so I want to introduce my partner, Councilman James Tate.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, District 1. Okay, and to others, welcome as well. But we just thank you all for being here. I want to give a round of applause to Sean Blanchard. This young man done a tremendous job shepherding this program, a young man himself, but really proud of everything you've done thus far. Mr. Mayor is always glad. I'm glad I have a mayor who understands the importance of young people working at an early age and building those skill sets from that young age. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you as well. When you put your stamp of approval on something, it really boosts the importance of it. So, another round of applause for Mayor Duggan as well. Andra, thank you for building this mecca of employment opportunity here in District 1. We really appreciate you as well. Another round of applause. And for what you're doing with all these kids. Yeah, tremendous. Everyone involved, it's been a great, great, great opportunity. And I just want to, my first job I remember was at Kroger's on Telegraph in West Chicago. I know many of you still remember that location. It's there. And I would work long hours every day. I got it as soon as I turned 16. I was excited, but I would work overtime. And one day my boss came up and he says, we appreciate all the work you're doing. And I knew it was a but coming. He says, but you can't be late. And I'm thinking, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, what's the big deal? I'm staying over an hour and not even charging you guys. And he said, going above and beyond, some people will appreciate it and some won't. But you've always got to honor your commitment. And your commitment was to be here at a certain time. And I have not forgotten that. It's not necessarily, so I'm late a little time, sometime it happens. But I always remember from that day forth that my commitment is what counts. So your first job certainly has an opportunity to give you life lessons as you move forward. And again, I thank all of the partners here for providing the opportunity for so many of our young people this season. And hopefully we can get those numbers up next year. God bless and thank you all.
And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Tanya Allen, the president and CEO of the Skillman Foundation.
So good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be here today because, as the mayor indicated, we had planted a few seeds to get to this point, and we've been struggling in the vineyards without much help. We have had great partners like City Connect, Detroit Employment Solutions, the Kellogg Foundation, DTE, James Tate, Ford Motor Company, but what we did not have was an amazing champion, somebody who understood that that first initial job is about how you get connected to the workforce, how you get connected to career aspirations and goals, and also, quite honestly, how you help your family pay their bills. And Mayor Duggan has really created that opportunity. He has raised his hand to be that champion. And actually, I think this idea was seeded during his, when he was running for office. And so for anybody who doesn't believe what you say to a potential politician will matter, it actually does. At that time, I said to the mayor, who wasn't the mayor then, that we are doing about 3,000 jobs, but other cities are doing 10,000. And if we had the leadership of a mayor, we could do 5,000 jobs. We could do 10,000 jobs. And here we are today celebrating 5,500 jobs for our young people. Now, the challenge before us is that 5,500 jobs is amazing, but it's not enough. We had 17,000 young people in the city of Detroit make application to this program. So I'm not putting any pressure on the mayor.
You mean on Sean?
Whoever, I take all comers. But we have to figure out how we increase that number. And the way that we're going to increase it is through the leadership of the mayor and through Sean, but it's through the leadership of our community. We need more businesses to make that investment in summer employment for young people. We know that it's about, is it $2,500, Sean, per child? It's $2,000 per kid. But here's the cost if we don't get connected, if we don't get young people connected to work. It could cost us $700,000. Now, some of you may have done well in math, and some of you may have, right? Not. But the issue is none of us need a math degree to figure that out. That this is about investing in Detroit's future through its current present, and that's our young people. So I'm really grateful to be here with you today. I'm grateful and excited about what we've accomplished. I am expecting more, and I get that, quite honestly, from my first job experience, where I worked for James Dawkins, who is my father and an entrepreneur. And he always said, no matter what, you give your best and you aspire for more. And that's what we're going to do in the city of Detroit, aspire for more for our children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Tanya's an amazing champion, and now we'll bring up another amazing champion. We have Ed Ignatius from the Kellogg Foundation.
Good morning. Oh, you know, that's really weak. You know, I'm just not gonna go with that one. Good morning. Good morning. All right, that's much better. I have a question for all of the adults in the room. How many of you had a summer job between the ages of 14 and 18? Just raise your hands. Okay, see, everybody. There is no question that when this young woman asked me personally in 2007, summer of 2007, in the area around Chadsey High School, and Sequoia said to me, I am 18 years old, and I have graduated from high school, and I'm accepted to college, and I have never had a paycheck with my name on it. How am I going to get a job? And the honest answer is, you're going to have a very hard time, and maybe you're not going to get a job, and certainly not when you need it, which is now. And so at that point, that work in the neighborhoods translated to, we have to listen to young people, and we have to help them get access to jobs. And so we pulled together a small group in fall of 2008, and we were able to learn from each other, and that small group included employers, it included a small group of funders, Skillman and Kellogg, and Max and Marjorie Fisher Fund, and Bank of America Foundation, and JP Morgan Chase Foundation. It included, most important, the youth providers who were actually doing the work with young people and saw this need. And it included government. And I have to tell you, that was a rough beginning because we didn't have a playbook. We had a new president that was very supportive of this, but could only do it for 1 year. And we had to figure out, how do we do that here in Detroit? And I am proud to say that because a lot of people stuck to it. And by the way, that initial group was called Detroit Youth Employment Consortium. So if you are a member or connected to the Detroit Youth Employment Consortium, please raise your hand. Those are the folks that deserve the hand. They worked. They worked in the vineyards. And so then we were able to get government involved. They began to listen. We were able to raise money privately, but it was only when there was the special effort on the part of Detroit's newest mayor, not new anymore, probably pretty seasoned now, but definitely the newest mayor, who heard the voices of young people and heard the voices even of employers who were saying, well, how are we going to get our workforce ready for the 21st century? And you know, that's where young people have the talent. They're ready for the 21st century because they don't know any other century. They're going to be our saviors. They're going to be the folks that help bring us forward. So with that, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you to Tanya Allen and the Skillman Foundation. Thank you to LeJune Montgomery Tabron and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation that gives me a job, but also supports this work very specially. We just recently put another $250,000 in, and 170 men of color will get jobs this summer. And that's over and above our already existing 450,000. So the bottom line is, Mr. Mayor, you are making this program sustainable by building this public-private partnership. Thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody here, and a big round of applause to everybody, and thank you for being here.
Okay. So thank you very much, Ed. And next up we have Andra Rush from Rush Trucking.
This is awesome to see everyone here today. I'm just so delighted, and all of us at Detroit Manufacturing Systems are just so excited to be part of Mayor Duggan's Grow Detroit's Young Talent Summer Employment Program. I had to practice that. That was it's awesome. I can't thank you enough for sharing this announcement here at Detroit Manufacturing Systems. We've hired 100 Detroiters, and we are exposing these young men and women to rewarding jobs and careers in the automotive parts manufacturing business. In just 3 years, we've created 1,000 jobs here in the neighborhood coming to Detroit from the suburbs and the neighborhoods, but the real core of Detroit where the neighborhoods need opportunity and jobs. And I want to thank you again, Mayor Duggan, for your support. As many of you know, manufacturing is a pillar to our nation's economy. And there's over 500,000 jobs available right now in Michigan, as well as across the nation. And I just snuck in, I guess I'm a baby boomer. I thought I just would have missed it, but I snuck in. So there's 3 million of us gonna retire in the next 5 to 7 years. So we need a talented workforce. And to get that talented workforce, we have to expose our youth to what manufacturing is all about and the many careers manufacturing can create. There's over 50 life sciences involved in manufacturing, and in the auto industry, there's more code than in a Google game or a Xbox game combined. So this is an exciting opportunity, and we couldn't be here without the support of Ford Motor Company. They had the vision to say, if we're going to create sustainable jobs and careers for many generations, we have to make sure we have significant manufacturing in our cities. And we started with Detroit. We have commitments from GM, Chrysler, Toyota, but Ford stepped up and took the bold challenge and invited us to be part of that. And so we want to thank Ford Motor for that. These young Detroiters that are working with us are vibrant, intelligent, curious, and they are on time. So we're very much appreciating that. I love the evaluation. I'm excited to learn about that, because if everyone will take a moment and just reflect on this moment, because you'll see what Detroit can be. I mean, when we came here, that Artesian Road, it was 5 foot tall with grass and there were hills. And now it's beautiful, and some of the blight homes have been removed, as the mayor said he would. And it's going to be a beautiful park and beautiful residences for people who want to live and work in our city. So if you would please allow me to welcome Bert Jordan, Vice President of Ford Global Purchasing, to say a few remarks. And thank you again for being here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. To Mayor Duggan and Andra, thank you for allowing me to be part of this program, but more importantly, thank you for allowing Ford Motor Company to be part of this program. Whenever there's an opportunity to be part of something designed to elevate and empower our young people, something aimed at creating future leaders, you can count on us and you can count on me. I'm equally happy to be here at DMS supporting one of our valued Tier 1 supplier partners in the city of Detroit. At Ford Motor Company, strengthening our communities, giving back has been a goal since the company's inception 112 years ago. Simply put, giving back is part of our DNA. Our executive chairman, Bill Ford, once said, "Good companies turn a profit. Great companies not only turn a profit, but make the world a better place." Today, Detroit Manufacturing Systems and the City of Detroit working together to give back creating opportunities for thousands of young people. Preparing the youth for success in tomorrow's workplace is of increasing concern to our nation's schools, communities, policymakers, and businesses. Today, DMS and the city of Detroit are answering the challenge with summer programs like Grow Detroit's Young Talent. Today's youth bring a variety of strengths to the workplace, all skills such as creativity, adaptability, and tech savvy in this new world. And we have to harness these skills sooner rather than later. DMS and the city of Detroit understand that to remain competitive in an increasing global business environment, we need a diverse workforce that's prepared. One team at a time, DMS and the city of Detroit are working together to build a stronger community and workforce for the future. This is an important undertaking at the Ford Motor Company, and we're always proud when our supplier partners are willing to give back to the community. To Andrea Rush and the employees of Detroit Manufacturing Systems, thank you very much, and opening your doors this summer to provide opportunities to young people right here in our hometown, Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bert. We appreciate you. And Andrea, we thank you so much. You're our largest employer partner. 100 youth are being hired right here at DMS. Let's give that another round of applause. So we like to make sure that our business community can understand that if you have large organizations such as Andrea, we love to partner with you. But we also want you to understand that we have people who have smaller businesses that are also hiring people right inside Detroit. So next up, we want to invite George Mnandi, the owner of Mnandi Gallery.
Well, good morning. Well, I'm very happy and proud honored to really be here and be able to speak about what the Mnandi Center will be doing with our interns. I think it's a great opportunity to be part of it. I think one is I think the arts are so important in one's life. I think it's equally important to have it in the city. And I think the city will be thriving much better and moving ahead through the arts. So we hope to give these young people experiences in the arts so that even if they end up in manufacturing, engineering, psychology, whatever profession they may be, they can still use this as a mind expansion type of project. And so we do hope to have, I think we're having 4, is that great, Sean? We have 4, not Andrea, but okay, you know. But we are happy to be able to participate and also give them the art experience, because we want the art experience not only for the young people, but I want the young people then become prophets for the arts. Bring your parents to the gallery, your grandparents, so then it begins to spread to the whole community. Thank you, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. And yes, let's give another round of applause for 4. Every kid counts. Every kid counts. And with that said, we like to make sure that we actually have a partner that came on board, a funding partner that just came on board recently, and which is Tom Watkins, the president and CEO of Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority. Tom?
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Sean Blanchard. You know, Mayor, you not only talk the talk, you walk the talk. When you have a bright, young, capable man like Sean as part of your team, making a difference. Making a difference. I want to thank the Mayor for his leadership in this and so many other issues. I remember, Mayor, about a year ago when you made that comment that we were going to hire 5,000 people. And I sent a note to my staff saying, we're going to be committed to hiring 10 youth. And then it haunted me that it's not enough. We need to do more. So I left the island and I thought more about it in ways that we could make a difference. And my great board, with Dr. Smitherman as the chairman, and Bernard Parker, who's here today, said we must do more. We have to stand up and find a way. And so we are very pleased that this past couple of weeks, our board committed over $600,000 to hire youth in the city of Detroit. And it began with your leadership, Mayor. Children are truly a small percentage of our city's population, but they're 100% of our collective future. A job, as we've talked about, brings dignity, a paycheck, hope, and opportunity, and that makes a difference. The mayor's children and mine were in preschool together many, many years ago. And he believes, and I know it in his heart, that he wants the same thing that I want and all of us want, is for the hope and opportunity that he wants for his children, that we want for all the children in our great city. We want nothing less for the youth of Detroit. As I close my comments, I challenge all of us, whether it's George and Ami with 4, to hire one child. Imagine if every business, every nonprofit, every foundation, every small employer could reach out and just hire one child this year, we would make a significant difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. And next up, we'd like to make sure that we can hear from some of our youth. I'm going to invite up Omar Martinez and Andrella Hager.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrella Hager. I am currently a part of Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation year-round youth program at Sir Metro Detroit. I attend Consortium College Preparatory High School, and I am going to be an upcoming senior this fall. When I first came to Consortium as a freshman, I didn't participate in any extracurricular activities. Along came a great opportunity to join Sir Metro Youth of Promise Leadership Program, where I gained employment training and was given the avenue to learn networking and other skills to create a better fit for my future. During the school year, I attended the after-school program at Sir Metro and also participate in the summer job aspect of it. I have had nothing but diligent guidance through the 3 years I have been involved. I have made partnerships with my peers in the program by collaborating in different projects and activities throughout the year. Being active in the program has brought great experiences from the field trips they have taken me to and hands-on activities partaken inside the Sir Metro classroom doors. Not only has Sir Metro given me a broader perspective of the future, but on the present of what's happening today. They guide me through my high school years with the perspective of making sure we have everything we needed to succeed academically by providing us with community service hours and a chance to be involved outside of the classroom as a leader. I am grateful for participating with GDYT with the help of the resources around us and the training we have had. I know that I will be ready for the summer job this year.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm a student from Western International High School in Southwest Detroit. This is my second year in the Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation year-round youth program. Reflecting on my time with this program, I can say I learned plenty of useful skills such as leadership, how to make a resume, how to dress for work, and how to prepare myself for an interview. We realize that these types of skills are needed for the real world, and we are thankful to be exposed to them at a young age. In the program, we believe that learning also happens outside the classroom. We have a lot of fun going on field trips on college tours. Trips such as college tours made an impact on me because it gave me inspiration to reach higher. I remember going to the University of Michigan campus and looking at the demographic numbers on students of color on campus. Latinos represent less than 5% of the entire student population. Standing on campus, I realized that I was an outlier compared to everybody around me. However, I do not see these statistics as intimidating or a barrier, but instead as motivation. Not only have I gained job experience from the program, I also learned a lot of skills that I will carry with me throughout my life. The program has helped me create a vision for my future and given me the resources to make the vision a reality. My goal is to go to the University of Michigan and become an engineer. The Grow Detroit Young Talent Program is not only a job, but it's for the experience, for the future of our city. Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation's year-round youth program through Sur Metro has granted me with so many opportunities that I'm thankful for. Excuse me. I'm very excited to work this summer in the Career Pathways Internship Program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's one thing we like to take away, as everyone has just spoke here. We just heard from our youth, and we understand how important it is to make sure we have jobs for them. We have 5,594, but there were 17,000 that actually started an application. With that said, we definitely want employers to, even this year, directly hire a youth. That means that we have a pool of them. We have lots of them right at City Connect that actually is our incubator that actually has all of our students and all the names that have actually come through the system. So if you would like to hire a student, you can even reach out to City Connect, or you can even email youthjobs@cityconnect.org to make sure we can hire more youth. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming, and we appreciate you all.